Hello everybody, it's Mike Paterson from Paterson Photography and White Turtle Adventures. Welcome back to my van. Today I want to talk about SAD, or Seasonal Affective Disorder. I will be right back.
Alright, so today we're talking about SAD, or Seasonal Affective Disorder. Now, before I start, I want to tell you I'm not a doctor, I'm not a medical professional, I'm not in any way, shape, or form giving you any medical advice. This is how I'm dealing with it. If you have an issue, if you do need help, I suggest you call 911 if that's the emergency number in your area, if it's urgent, or that you get to see a doctor or a medical specialist right away. It's not something that you should put off. So, getting into SAD. So what is SAD? Well, as I said before, SAD is Seasonal Affective Disorder. Generally, what people have is when the days get shorter, when the nights get longer, when the weather gets colder, they get depressed. They get feeling down. And the best way that I can describe it, how it affects me, is the phrase cabin fever. That's how it starts. It feels like you're inside, that you need to get out. It feels like you just have to do something because you're just to the point of it, just pressure on you. It's just like you have to do something, and it can last for a long time if you don't do anything with it. Now, cabin fever is that's I'm putting that as the easiest way of describing it, but it gets more than that. It gets so that you feel like you're dragging a weight behind you physically and mentally and emotionally. And it just gets to feel like you need help. You just don't feel right. Now, for me, the first time I ever heard that word was when I was young. And my mother says, well, you're affected by, or you're suffering from cabin fever. And I went, what's cabin fever? She says, you need to get outside. And honestly, that helps. It really does. But SAD is more than just cabin fever. So I'm going to give you some of the ways that I deal with it and what I do to help me to overcome it. Now, first thing that you can probably see is there's light everywhere is here today. And I'm doing it on purpose. Why am I doing it on purpose? Because one of the best ways to help with SAD is to get out in the sunshine when you can. I could have my windscreen in today. I could have it all set up and everything like I usually do. But honestly, if you're suffering from seasonal affective disorder, if it's starting to get you down, you need to get in sunshine. You need to get in bright light. You need to get outside when you can in the daylight. It helps a lot. Now, I know that people recommend these machines that put out a certain amount of light at certain spectrums and everything like that. And I don't use them. It may work for you, and I'm not saying it's not good, but I don't use that. The way that I deal with it is, if I can, I get outside in the sunshine. Now, problem is that if you work all day, it's quite hard to do. But most people do get a lunch break. Most people can go outside for a little bit. And even if you just sit in your vehicle in the sunshine, if you work inside all the time, if you're into van life, sit in your van on your lunch breaks. Go outside, sit in the driver's seat, and just have the sun just hit you. If you're not living in your van all the time, then just go outside in your own vehicle and sit there and have the sun hit you. Today's a beautiful day in southern Alberta. I know it's not going to last. I know the sunshine will end probably later this week, that it's supposed to get cloudy and snowy and everything. But until then, I'm going to do my best to get out almost daily to get some sunshine. Even if it's in the morning, even if it's at noon, even if it's at night, just to get out there and get some sunshine. And that's the first thing that I try to do. Second thing, and this, a lot of people, I don't know why they struggle with it so much, but it's get some exercise. Just get outside and do something. Now, even a lot of people nowadays, even when they're living in a van, even when they're spending the majority of their time in their van, even when they're, if they live in a house, even whatever, they're not doing anything. They do their work during the day. Then they sit around. Then they go to bed. Then they get up and they do what they have to do, and then they go to bed. And it's just, we need to get out more. For me, I get up in the morning, whether it's dark or whether it's light, I go for a walk. I then go to work. I then do what I have to do, go out and take pictures. I then take the van where I'm going, and then I try to go for another walk after supper. Now, when it's dark outside, it can be difficult, but you can wear a headlamp. You can have a flashlight. And I just did a video the other day about dealing with the scary nights, how dark they are. Go out and get you the stuff that you need so you can get outside and enjoy it. Get the warm clothes so that you can get outside and enjoy it. And you don't have to go out and buy all new stuff. You can use stuff that's around your house or that you can find at the Salvation Army or thrift stores or such. Get old clothes and just layer them on and just go outside and just do something outside. We're becoming a society of inside, whether it's a house or whether it's a van. I've gone to so many places and I see somebody in a van and they pull in, they sit in the van for 5, 6, 7, 8 hours and they leave. They never get out of their van. They never do anything. It's like, but you're in this beautiful place. Why aren't you out there doing something? People at homes do the same thing. They get up in the morning, they go to work, they come home at night, they go to bed. So we need to get outside and do something. Whether it's a walk around the block, whether it's a walk down to the corner and back, whatever it is, just to get outside and do it. And for me, that helps a lot. And I mean, it helps amazingly. Because when I go outside, even if it's dark outside, at least I feel like I'm doing something. Now, when the weather turns bad, you may have to miss a day or two. But if you're doing it on a regular basis, it helps a lot. The next thing, get a schedule and keep the schedule. I don't know how many times I've talked to people, and I'm not talking about people affected by SAD. I'm talking about just regular people. And I ask, what are you doing? Oh, nothing. Seriously? Nothing? What are you going to do today? Oh, nothing. Nothing? No. You need to get a schedule, and it can be hard. It really can be hard. It can be hard to figure out how you're going to occupy 8 hours a day, 12 hours a day. I'm not saying you have to schedule every second of the day, but schedule things. So here's generally how my schedule works. I'm usually awake by 6:30 in the morning. I'm out of bed by 7. 7 o'clock, I get out of bed, I get dressed, I have breakfast, and by between 7:15 and 7:30, I'm out for a walk. I finish my walk, usually half an hour, 45 minutes, depending upon how nice it is outside. I don't do these power walks. I'm not saying do like a military march or anything. I'm just saying to go out for a walk. I then go out for my walk. I then come back home or back to the van or I go to work or whatever it is from there. I then do my day. Whatever I have laid out during the day, I do. So if it's taking pictures, if it's doing videos, if whatever, I have my day laid out. Then when I'm done work, I have a schedule as well. My schedule is I come home, I make myself some supper, I will go for another walk, I will possibly have a shower at night instead of the morning. I will then do certain things, and then I'm in bed between 9, 10, or 11, depending upon the night and what I have the next day. I don't stay up just so that I can say I stayed up till 11:30. There's really no sense in that. Because what do we do is once we're done this stuff, we just become couch potatoes and we just start wasting the day. And we just sit there and we do nothing mentally stimulating. And that is the worst thing that you can do if you suffer from SAD, is just not have a purpose, not have something to do. So set up a schedule so that you can actually work towards something. The next point, and this is going to be a hot potato, so I'm going to just throw it out there. Stop wasting so much time watching TV shows that you've watched over and over, and that you just sit in front of a TV and your mind goes blank. I was going to say goes dumb. It does no good for you, because all you're sitting there, you're just sitting there as a vegetable, and you need to do something. If you're in the van, don't watch videos constantly. Don't just throw on a movie that you've seen. I heard one guy the other day, oh, I'm in the van and I'm just going to, oh, it's for the night. I'm just going to have a movie marathon and watch reruns of this show that I've seen 500 times already. Seriously? You can't find anything else to do in a nice night than to sit there and watch reruns of a show you've seen over and over and over? Come on, people. You need to do something. Here's what I have done for it. I have stopped watching TV almost completely. Now, when you're in a van, it's kind of hard to watch TV unless you have some of these services. I actually have access to online service, so I can watch, I think it's 65 channels or 75 TV channels. But it's garbage stuff. You know how it goes. There's a hero, there's a villain. The villain starts to win, and all of a sudden the villain has a problem, and the hero overtakes him and wins, and they all go out and they have fun afterwards in the end. And no matter what it is, no matter what show, they're based upon the same thing. Whether it's a romance and they just can't get together, and then at the end they finally get together. Whether it's a crime show, whatever it is, it just becomes total waste of time. I watch YouTube more than I watch TV. Why? Because YouTube, there's a lot of garbage on there, don't get me wrong. But on YouTube, there's at least stuff there that you can watch, and that it's not just scripted garbage. I watched a guy the other day do some winter camping. It was cool. Was it important? No. But it was sure better than watching reruns of whatever show that you usually watch reruns of. It was actually nice to see this. Oh, look, he found the cougar tracks. Oh, look, this happened. Oh, look, this happened. Oh, this is... And I watch stuff like that. How-to videos on YouTube. I watch some of those. Different things, different lifestyle things on YouTube I watch. And I find that more enjoyable than watching movies and TV shows, especially if they're just reruns. Now, my little like beware type of thing. Understand that what you're watching on YouTube or on other places, some of it is just garbage and some of it's just lies. So you have to be really careful. Don't believe everything you see, but there's some good stuff on there. I watch different people that are involved in van life. I watch different people involved in bushcraft. I watch different people involved in off-grid living. And a lot of it's really good. And some of it's sponsored and you know that it's just garbage. But a lot of it's really good. And it's a lot better than sitting there watching the same thing every day, every week, every month. The same show, the same characters, the same this. Just makes no difference to your life if you're doing it. So do something that you're not just sitting there and becoming a vegetable. The last point, and this is the thing that I actually started out with. If you need help, go get help. It's not a shame to go to a doctor and say, look, I feel like I'm emotionally dragging a boat anchor behind me. Help. It's not a shame to go to somebody and say, I feel like I'm about to explode. I just feel like I'm crushed inside of this box. I need help. I've not had to do that with my seasonal affective disorder. I've not gotten to that point. But there are some days when people come into my studio and I'm sitting there like this and they're like, what's wrong? It's like, I need to get outside. I got to get outside. I need a break. And in fact, yesterday I was supposed to head into work and I actually stayed home. And I actually did video editing at home. And I did other things around the house. And I did stuff here and I got stuff done there. And I did things that were outside of what I would normally do. The sunshine was beating through a window onto the back of my head and it felt good. Right now, I'm sitting in the van. I didn't want to put up the screens and stuff like that because it's just nice being out somewhere, being out to see the sunshine, to hear the birds singing and stuff. So I've not had to go as far as going to a medical person, but there's a lot of stuff you can do yourself. So until next time, stay safe, stay healthy, both physically and mentally and emotionally, and I'll talk to you soon. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you for watching my video. If you like this video, please click on the like button, which is the thumbs up button,
If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please click on the subscribe button and then click on the bell next to the subscribe button so you'll be notified when any new videos are uploaded. Thank you and have a great day.